his own end. 42 remaining in the power play, and it's stolen away. And over a chance, shot whistled wide by Ford, couldn't get to it. Here comes Rogers, a quick shot. Rogers goes end to Rice, knocking it down. Babineau in on the right, and around the head. Langfeld, can he get to it? Gets a shot away. Is it a goal? And they're both big kids. There's Sauer in the middle, and then a shot and a goal. Brody Peterson, 3-0. Nadeau. Langfeld back to Nadeau. Big drive, save Fish. Rebound, bounces in. Sends it out to the point. And a goal.
Yeah, I think Babineau.
Law knocks it down. Gives it up. Rogers toward the net, another goal. And this one's probably. Denfeld finishes the year 11-15. Andover evens their record at 13-13 on the season. And now they have won 11 of 14 since starting the year 0-9. So Andover on the right track.
Over Northwest Suburban Conference finale for both teams. It was the Huskies taking on the Rogers Royals. They're in the first half. It's Chloe Netzinger launching a three, hitting it. Rogers out to an early lead in the first half. Here's out the steal. Gets it out to Kinley Colligan. Lays it up and in. Fields finding Olivia Holmberg coming off the bench. She hits in the corner. That was 2 threes, and that brought the Huskies offense alive. And then Caitlin Karen, she comes out. Huskies trailed by 7 at one point in the first half. They ended up leading by 13 at halftime. Fields in this time, driving, left hand, it's good. Ellie Fields finished with 10 points here tonight on senior night. In the second half, Fields running the floor, gets it ahead for Logan Miller. She was dominating tonight. 34 points for Miller. Alexa Jutman, she steps back, hits the three, trying to keep Rogers in this one as Huskies had a lead by as many as 14 in the second half. Bouncing pass comes to Field. She's got a step through. She nails it. And then the Rogers making a late run. Bouncing back and forth. It's Emma Fricke finally coming up with the rebound. The third chance opportunity. Puts it up and in. Fields looks inside. There's Logan Miller. Another one of her 15 field goals on the evening to go with her 34 points. And then it's Colligan from outside. She hits a three. That tied it. Then shortly thereafter, pass goes inside, then outside. Alexa Jutman, she launches. The Rogers Royals come all the way back and lead by 3. Huskies scale battle, and it's Ellie Fields stealing it, bringing the floor. Can't make that one, but it's Logan Miller with the trail. She makes it. Huskies win 64-60.
Section time here in girls basketball as 7-4A was in action. The 4-5 between the Blaine Bengals and the Andover Huskies, and early on, Mara Holly got the Bengals up and running in the open floor. But then Logan Miller really found her way in the first half, and she was really hard to stop. I thought Blaine did the best they could, but Miller on the low block, tough to guard as she was able to get positioning on the inside. Couple of easy baskets right there. Holly tries to keep them in with a little runner. Early on, this was a really nice back and forth in the first half. It was 14-14 at one point, but then all of a sudden, Ava Shaw gets moving from the outside, knocks down a big three, and they were able to push it out to a 9-point lead at the break. In the second half, the Bengals come fighting back. Mara Holly knocks down the little free throw line jumper out the pick, and then she finds the outside range, knocking down a big three. She knocked down a bunch of threes in this second half. There's another one. Splash right there. Back come the Huskies as they kept fighting. Annika Olsen from way downtown, knocking it down. We had an interesting back and forth as once again Holly answered. She had all the answers, 29 points for her tonight. This was the big one for the game to tie at the horn. Ellie Fields makes the shot with her toe right on the line, enough to tie the game, send it to overtime, and in the OT, Logan Miller keeps it going. Inside feed, then a cross-court pass to Evers, who knocks down the dagger from the land of plenty, way outside from the parking lot. That's going to be enough to seal the deal. The Andover Huskies win at 62-57 on QCTV. They advance to take on the Anoka Tornadoes in the next round. Senior night here at Anoka High School as the Tornadoes look for their 20th win of the season, taking on the St. Francis Fighting Saints. Early on, the Fighting Saints didn't want to give it to them easy. Nice hit there from Taylor Hardy. But this Tornado senior group, Concho Quente with the finish there from the beautiful feed from Kamari Hibbler. Hibbler had a fine night, then Hibbler from downtown dropping one there, and he could see into it like he usually is. Kamari full of energy, and then on the outside, they keep it going. Big knockdown from Concho Quente. He can have range from the outside. Not a whole lot the St. Francis Fighting Saints could do. They were trailing 53-27 in the first half as the Tornadoes were filling it up from everywhere. Second half, more of the same. Kamari Hibbler, a little stutter step up and under move, easy layup there. And it was a track meet in the second half. Peyton Padani knocking down the three from the outside. And it continued from there. Big steal. Padani says, I'm going to go ahead and flush one. And they were scoring everywhere. And they didn't let up. Mathers tries to knock down a three as scoring was at a premium for St. Francis. Really struggled in the second half. And in the end, everybody's making baskets. Even Ephraim Radke off the bench. They tried to keep it a buck, but they fell 1 cent short. 99 points put up by Anoka. They win 99-38 as they run over the St. Francis Fighting Saints tonight on QCTV.
Section girls high school basketball coming your way on QCTV from Anoka High School. The Tornadoes, one win away from advancing to the finals, taking on a feisty Andover Husky squad. Spin move inside, converting. Frecking picks up two in that first half. Both teams going back and forth at it. Shoknek picks up one of 2 threes for her on the afternoon. That took place in that first half. Good feed. Kuyan converts on the 2 at half. It was a 22-11 lead for the Tornadoes. Second half, a steal. Kind of convert, puts up again. Another conversion on the turnover there for the Tornadoes. A high shot off the backboard. Miller, she ended up with a total of 16 on the afternoon. She's starting to heat it up in the second half. The Huskies trying to cut into the deficit. Frecking comes back, tries to cool the storm. Shoknek hits that 3 again. She had 8 on the afternoon. The Huskies could not overcome the deficit. They lose 43-35 in the section semifinals. And Anoka now advances to the section finals versus Centennial. Irondale travels to Champlin Park early in the game, climbing the ladder off the glass. Jake Didominis picks up 2 early for Irondale. This the section 5-4A quarterfinal as Tilke goes inside, bangs and puts it off the glass for 2. converting on the cut. There you get a look at Cameron Cramble. He gets 2. Converting it back, loose ball, step back 3, good. 24 in that first half goes the way for Wagner. No answers for the Rebels as the Rebels had a 49-29 lead at half. Now continuing to bang inside, there is Dito Mitas again for 2 more. He ended up with 22 on the night. From the corner, elevate, and great with a throw down by Tilke. He ends up with 17 on the night. A steal inside. Now here comes the transition. A transition tic-tac-toe inside. And converting on that is Cramble. He ended up with 18 for Irondale on the night. Irondale continued to try to come back, but some good hands, quick hands team put in place their time by Dukley. A couple of late steals, converts those, one for a layup and one for a late throw down. It was a win all the way, converting this one easily. 93-66, a quarterfinal win for Champlin Park. The Tornadoes, the number 1 seed in Section 7-4A. Failure is not an option as they try to win their section for the first time since 1993. The first step is a quarterfinal game in a matchup between the Cambridge Isanti Blue Jackets and the Tornadoes. And a quick look here, Podani heating it up. 3-ball corner pocket. He was hot in that first half. Hit a series of 3-pointers, but reciprocating. Emerson Drury, he ended up with 32 points in the first half for the Blue Jackets to keep it close, but Dre Ellis knocks down 15 for the game, and it was too much, too little. Drury ends up with 43 for the game, but it's the balance and depth scoring as you got a chance to see Podani. He had 28 for the game. Borchers, 22. And that power and that depth allowed the Tornadoes to advance to the semifinals, which will take place on Saturday. They had a 46-37 lead at half. They took it down the home stretch and picked up a 95-74 win over Cambridge and advance now to the semifinals.